never-ending board meetings were on my schedule like constant. I had a prosaic schedule that included nothing but work and wine. Many would die for the luxury and money I commanded, but me. A typical daily schedule felt like slow poison, that choked me to death every single day, bit by bit. One night, a feeling of uneasiness and exigency of fresh air woke me up, at what I think was 4 a.m. I got up from bed and had some water. Sipping on the coffee early in the morning and thinking about the real happy moments of my life really helped me relax and live. Drunk on daydreaming, it was 6 a.m. in the morning. Zara, my only friend and my personal secretary, came up to the room. I looked at her and said, if only there could be an invention that bottled up a memory, like scent. Just a small spray, and the mind would relax on the happy times without an effort. She smiled and said, memories can never be bottled up to be cherished again. They can only be created to smile and laugh, while creating more in this short span of life. Little did I understand those words. Beep. My phone buzzed. A text message it was. She picked up my phone. Who is it? I asked. Zara looked at me, surprised. The country code is +91. The text reads, I need you. Only 3 words are there. No name, no contact details, nothing. Weird it is. Before she could say anything further, she looked up at me. My expressions told her that something was not right. My heartbeat had doubled and my face turned pale. Could it be her? But how is it possible? She doesn't have my number. There are string-thin chances that it's her, but chances are still there. I need to know. Now. I thought to myself, any idea who could it be? Zara asked. I was not sure. Just stunned. Zara continued, it might be a wrong number. There is no way this is from someone you know. It's been 3 years since you last talked to anyone in India. They probably don't even have your number. I kept silent. The worried look on my face made her anxious. She replied, give me some time. I will figure it out. Zara was nothing less than a Wonder Woman. She was intelligent, elegant and gold-hearted. She made a few phone calls and asked for the details of the number. The text is from Delhi from some Samara Kapoor. My contacts tried to call the number, but surprisingly the number is not reachable since that message. Do you know anyone by this name? She revealed in a while. Samara. The name echoed in my brain like a loud bell, ringing straight in my ear, bursting the eardrums out. My body failed to respond and expressions flew off of my face, leaving me numb and dumbfounded. She put her hand on my shoulder and asked, Viraj, are you okay? A large drop of tear trickled down my cheek that clearly told her I was not. After what felt like eternity, I gained my senses back. I need to leave for India, now. Airport was a 30-minute ride. Journey to India felt like an eternity. As soon as we landed, Zara's phone buzzed. The text read, I.C.U, Max Hospital, East Delhi. Critical medical condition. Visiting hours, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. No other contact possible. I knew whose description that was. I already had a bad feeling about all this, and none of the words in the text made me feel any better. We moved to a hotel for the night. I was completely out of my senses. She settled us both and then asked me, Viraj, do you mind telling me who Ms. Kapoor is? The moment I thought of the first time I met Samara, my long face picked up a broad smile. I started the narration from the very beginning. It was our final year in college and my friends were chilling at my place. Lakshya was the last one to arrive and ignored one to be invited. To everyone's amazement, for the first time ever, he had a girl accompanying him. He was the geek god of the group. Extra studious, extra serious and boring. He was a cousin of one of our friends and hence everyone had a duty to bear his geeky. What more surprising was, that the girl accompanying him was way too out of his league. She had an oval face cut and a fair complexion. Her thick black hair, with neatly done fringes, flowing down to her waist paired beautifully with those green, beautiful, big, pea-shaped eyes. Her lips were naturally red. Her smile made her cheeks form dimples on both sides. I couldn't think of anything prettier than her in sight. Hey guys, Lakshya called out from a distance. The girl was walking gracefully, one step behind him. She was a little shy. Somehow, every guy in the room was happy to see Lakshya for the first time ever, eagerly waiting to be introduced to the one accompanying him. This is Samara. He finally broke the words. The smile on his face seemed to be infinitely wide. Samara. The name does match the personality, I thought to myself. Samara greeted everyone with a single, hello. Casual conversations happened and everybody left. About 2 weeks later, I was out for a drive with Summer when we saw Samara. She was coming out of a house that seemed pretty old and rusted out. I steered the car towards her. Summer called out, hey. Hi. Samara greeted us cheerfully in her melodious voice. God. That voice, I said to myself. Come on in. Summer offered to Samara, need lift. Samara accepted the offer and hopped in the back seat. Nice car Viraj, she said, or sang, we can say. Love her voice, I talk to myself a lot. On the way to her home, we got to know, her parents died when she was 15 and left no relatives, guardians or money to live on. Since then she had been working part-time and studying full-time on her own. Her parents were not very rich, but they left her 2 houses, out of which, one was being used as a shelter home and in the other, she lived. She was a die-hard animal lover. Summer got down halfway, where Shania was waiting for her. Samara's place was still 15 minutes away. When we reached, Lakshya was already waiting for her at the entrance gate. He was clearly stunned to see Samara with me. alone with me. Hi Lakshya. Samara waved at him as the car neared. I ignored him as usual. Hi Viraj. Hi Sam. Lakshya scooted closer to us. I smirked at him to make him feel insecure. He sure got scared and shivery. I loved it. Samara invited both of us inside. Viraj, meet Kira, my sister, my best friend, my love. Kira was busy munching on her snacks, didn't even bother to look up. Samara took her in arms and gave her a kiss on forehead. She is an avid listener. Samara continued the praise. I smiled at both of them. Kira was extremely cute, and since she can't talk, she never argues. Lakshya tried to be funny. And since she can't talk, she never argues. Lakshya tried to be funny. Samara didn't like it at all. Her glaring eyes could easily tell. I turned at Lakshya and signaled him to jump up his own ass and die before she kills him. Samara went to the kitchen and came back with 2-3 glasses and a tray. So you both meet a lot? Huh? I asked with an evil smile. Devil mode on. Me? Ruthless. Samara? Clueless. Lakshya? Hopeless. No, Samara smiled at me while replying. Lakshya needed a book I have, and since 2 to 3 days I am not going to the library as Kira is not well, I asked him to come and pick it up from my home. The way she said, no, it sounded like the best wind chime ever. No doubt anyone could fall for her, including me. Coffee tastes brilliant. Lakshya tried to change the topic. Why don't you open your own cafe? Before Samara could reply anything, I intercepted. Exaggeration for impression. It tastes just fine. There are so many other things about her you could have actually complimented. Lakshya looked at me with a, spare me please look. Ahan. So my coffee tastes just fine. I will consider it as an insult. Samara looked at me, smiling slyly. She continued, plus there are so many other things about me that you feel like praising. And there? Whoops. Punched my own gut. I waited for the awkward moment to pass, but she didn't let it go. She kept staring. Answer something good to cover. Fast. Damn the tongue. Hibernated or what? Filter out the requirement of good to cover and say something. I should probably pull my tongue and tie my own mouth shut. I finally broke words. Didn't think it will help. But it did. She burst out in laughter. Her laugh was melodious, gracious and infectious. A little later we took off. Lakshya didn't talk to me or wave me goodbye. I think I made him angry. Did I?